Good morning, everybody. I woke up to this. I was having a bad sleeping night and tossing and turning and wrapping around in the covers a lot. And what do you know? I snapped that dog right on off. It's always the right hand thumb. No matter what products I use, eventually, I'm right handed, the right hand thumb always snaps off on something. So, I did these really thin, and which is probably why they stopped. See how thin that polygel layer is on there? Super thin. I don't want to damage my natural nail, so I'm going to be doing a manual removal. If you want to come along with me for today's chores, we're going to do a manual removal. And then this morning when I took a shower, lo and behold, look, the very tippy tip of this one got caught in the loop of the towel I dried myself off with and snapped right off. So, as much as I think these are super cool and elegant looking, they are very snaggy and very stabby, and I did them so thin that, yeah, if I'd have done them thicker, they probably wouldn't have snapped, but I did them really thin. So we're just going to tip these babies off and like turn them into some little ballerina coffin, taper square, or something like that. Just a little bit, not too much. And we have to put on a new thumb. So I'm going to take this completely off. So what we're using today to take this off with is E-Nail Couture's Remover Magic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get that going. The first thing you want to do is take a rough file. I have a 100, 180 grit. I'm going on the 100 coarse side, and we're going to rough this baby up. You want to break those top coats, and you want to rough it up so that Remover Magic can get all inside of there. And so this is a good little demo of how to do this manually, because I love my Melody Susie nail drill. It's awesome. I like doing removals with that when I have something thick on, but I tell you, I'm not comfortable using that thing on other people except for cuticle work. I'll do cuticle work on other people, but not major removals because I'm new at it. I'm not that great at it, and when I'm doing it to myself, can tell when I'm lingering too long and things are starting to burn and get hot. But I can't tell that with another person, as light as I try to go. So I don't know if I'm ever going to be using drills for anything other than cuticle work on other people. But for me, thick removals work out really well. Okay, so there you go. We're all, whoops, missed a little bit. See that shiny? You want all the shine off of there. Let's get in there and get that shine out. Got any there? Yeah, a little there. Okay. Now we got all the shine out. Now, once you've done that, all you do is you simply take your Remover Magic gel and put a good, healthy coat of that on there. You kind of try to not want to get it on your skin, but no, sometimes you can't help it. Okay. A nice thick old coat of that on there. All right, and you're going to want to let it, once you get a good thick coat on there, you want to let that sit a little while. And while that is sitting, okay, I am going to go ahead and tip off these other nails so we can do like a little, I don't know, a coffin or a little ballerina or something like that. So look, boom, there you go. All right, I'll try to get them all the same length. Just taking off the little tippy. Okay. Yeah, this one's still a little long. Alrighty, well, that looks pretty good. It's all looking about the same length there. So, I think now all we got to do is give her a nice little shape them up on a file. And then when I'm done filing, I'm going to come back in with some alcohol to cleanse any dust or any oils off. And then I'm just going to top coat, not redo the whole entire thing. I'm just going to do that raw edge I cut that I've been filing on here. And we want to get the corners so we're not so snaggy. Oh, nice and smooth. And voila, there you go. From stiletto to, I don't know what you want to call that. You can call that a ballerina or a tapered square or a coffin or I don't know. But that's a much less stabby and snaggy. Yeah, the other ones. Yeah, when you get, see, look at the difference. Look at the difference. There you go. So these are really pretty, but oh man, I tell you, I'm going to poke my eye out. All right, so let's go ahead and do this one. Whoops, sorry. Knock the camera stand. All right. Okay. And I would have never thought to file up and down like this, but I watch Max Estrada's tutorials, you know, to see how to do nails and stuff. And that's what he does to get that edge sharp. So I'm copying him and it's working pretty good. All right, it's been a couple minutes now. Let's see what we got going on with our remover gel. Now I have, you can, you know, use your cuticle pusher to do it, but I have one of these cool little remover doohickeys, and I just got it and I've never used it. So let's give it a shot and see what she does. All right, well, I don't know if you can tell, but we're getting a little bit off. Polygel, I tell you what, is tough stuff. Tough stuff. Way tougher to remove than just a regular old gel. So it will take doing this, scraping, 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 and putting this remover gel stuff on several times. As thick as polygel is, I'm going to say this is going to take probably 3 or 4 times. But you can see, it's starting to come off. See? And don't mind my little ding there. I'm sure I did that with the nail drill the other day doing my cuticles. That's why I'm not using it too much on anybody but me. But I sure do like that thing. It makes things go a lot easier. All right. So, scraped off much as we can for now. And let's put on another coat of remover gel. I don't know if it makes any difference, but I kind of like scrub it in there a little bit. Try to get it going. Okay. Now, back to filing the tips. All right. Really am liking this Rosalind glitter polygel. Super, super pretty. Okay. I always like to kind of round off the edges just a little bit because I'm always wearing fuzzy knit sweaters and they will snag and pull those babies. So we gotta make them nice and smooth. All right, and get the other one. And one more to go. Then this hand is all finished. Round off those snaggy corners. Yep, still snaggy. Okay, all reshaped. There you go. There's the new square shape. There's compared to the old stiletto. Yeah, the stilettos were really elegant, but just not practical for me. All right, now let's see what we got with our remover gel going on. Here, I'm going to use the end of my table here. Reposition the old camera. There, this is better. Give me something to brace the nail on and you can scrape a lot better. And there we go. And Mr. Snowflake is coming off. There, I'll pull him off of there. Bye-bye, Mr. Snowflake. I find a lot of times with this that once you get down so far and it penetrates so far, you'll be able to take this little end and just kind of pry it right off. But you got to be careful. You don't want to do it until it's really, really loosened up, or you will damage your natural nail. Okay, one more coat of the magic remover. And this will get most all of it off. You know, you'll have a little bit, tiny bit left, a little bit left on there that you will have to, I just use a hand file. And just use a hand file and then a buffer. Just get rid of the last of it. But I'm not too concerned about getting 100% of this off today because I put it on so thin in the first place. And I'm just going to do another one right over top. So, all right, let that soak in a little bit. And get back to trimming nails. Okay. So, I like these nail cutters like this. They work well so long as you have thin nails. If you got anything thick going on, forget it. They are not going to work at all. So, what I got, when you have something thick, I love these straight edge clippers that I got. They have this nice little rubber thing on there. Okay, and of course, they're from my fave place, E-Nail Couture. So if you got something thick, like I always used to watch videos where people were, you know, you do that thing where you clip this side, clip that side, nail pops off. It's like, well, why aren't they using these things? Until I did a great big giant thick polygel set, tried using these things. Oh yeah, wasn't touching it. So then I figured out, oh, that's why they're doing that. So I'm just going to tip these little babies. I don't want to do too much. And one more. And another one. Whoop, they go ding and fly all over. And one more. Okay, now I want to compare. Oh yes, they are good. And this one's a tiny bit longer, but I'm not going to cut it because it's so close that once I file it a little bit, it'll go. And then those. Yep, that's a good match. Yep, good match. And that has to be new. All right, let's try to push off some of our okay. And if you can see this, but I started pushing. See, look, all of it is just in big lumps. It's just starting to come off like that. Okay, so you got to do this for a couple of coats, but eventually you can see it lifting. You can see right on the edge there. Okay, and it's coming right off. And then sometimes what I'll do to even help it out, I'll do this now. Take a pair of clippers, okay? I get under that little edge. And look, a great big chunk of it just came right off. Go under the edge. See, so when it starts lifting, instead of having to scrape your nails so bad, you can get under there with your clippers and start getting that thing off of there. Okay, we're gonna scrape, scrape, scrape. Well, it seems kind of hard and violent, but there's such a thick layer of this stuff on my nail. I'm not anywhere near my natural nail. And even though it seems thick, it's really not. I mean, I've put on Polygel 3 times thick as this. It's really not. The stuff is just hard as freaking concrete. But it works very well. I love the sparkly stuff that comes in. Okay. Another coat of our magic remover gel. Sometimes it's kind of hard to get it on the brush because and I have to turn the bottle and kind of scoop it out like that because it's really a gel. I mean, it's just so, it's kind of gloppy. See? So, put that back on there. Get some more. Is everybody having a happy New Year? I have a ginormous dead globe arborvitae in my backyard that's about the size of a minivan, maybe a little bigger. So I'm going to have to remove that baby, and it's so big in the shady area that it's at, I'm going to put in like a little patio vignette with new landscaping. I got a new little wrought iron bistro sit. And I've been working on designing that project. So what are y'all doing? You have any projects that you're working on? All right. Now we've got all these filed. Clipped. Let's file. Okay, one more. You always want to compare lengths. You got to keep them the same. And get our little snaggy edges. Okay, and whoop, perfect. All right, let me do this one. Okay, and oh, yeah, good, perfect. All right, last one. And let's see, and yep, there we go, perfect. Okay, so I'm going to continue to apply my remover gel and scrape until this is all empty. I don't want this video to take 10 years. It's already way too long, so it will continue in part 2 once I have got this off, and we are going to put the new thumbnail back on. Stay tuned for part 2. Have a good day, people. Bye-bye.